Hey ho, everybody. 10th of February 2026, fake year. And I have some pretty interesting news. Just found out literally just a few minutes ago. But Russia, Vladimir Putin, come out with a brand new drug or whatever that fights cancer, and it's 100% effective on all their trials and stuff that they did and everything. Um, the big kicker to this is at the end of it what these dipshits are saying, because they say, oh no, we can't get it out to the public yet because we got to do clinical trials and peer review and all that stuff. I am not joking you. So I don't know about you all, but I actually know of some people that's struggling with cancer right now as we speak. And I'll guarantee you that if you uh, told them or showed them that and said, hey, look, it may or may not work. Do you want to try it? I'm going to go with it. Absolutely, they would, right? So it's ridiculous. And what about the COVID-19 and all that garbage? Where was their clinical trials and all that stuff on that garbage, right? So, anyway, there's that. What is the name of it?
Enteromax. Enteromix.
So you can look that up or whatever and find it. They got a big article about it and stuff, but I thought that was pretty important just to get it out there. And on, I'm going to call it a show for now. So, but on this in particular show, getting ready to call back into the do list nothing. Dave Taylor's place of occupancy that he's being paid by us to occupy. Of course, we won't speak to him or anything. And man, that guy's anyway. Anyway, we're going to give him a call here now. What was the other thing that we was talking about besides that?
Juice boxes where they don't like.
Oh yeah. We've got we have major problems, and that's really why I'm on here. There's so many that you can't tackle them all. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. To all my subscribers still hanging in there, appreciate y'all very very much. All the ones everywhere, Canada, Mexico, Australia. I appreciate all of it. But we have a huge problem because not only is the Gaza Strip a huge problem and stuff. But we have these. Actually, you know what? The Gaza Strip is really the same damn problem, isn't it? We have these Israelis, old Benji Nasty Yattendew, who is absolutely. Have any of you out there heard this guy talk? Have you heard the way that he speaks? He literally said, and you can look this up, that for now, they're the second power, but they could see a time coming where they would be the main power, meaning they would take over the United States. And I'm not so for sure that that's out of range for them, because we are getting overran by these. Oh man, I hate calling them this, the juice boxes or whatever, but we literally are. Up in is it New Jersey? I think it is, where all of them are just like multiplying. The average household or whatever up there has is it 6 or 8 per household. The males aren't working at all. They don't work, and then they'll say, well, that their wives are out working, and the guys are taking care of the kids that are at home and stuff. It's unbelievable. I mean, absolutely, it's out of control. It is, and so we better find a way to get a grip on that, because the Gaza Strip, all that stuff, now what are they? They're Muslim, right? Right? Gaza, they're Muslim.
Yes.
Okay, well, been trying to dig into Muslim and kind of look and find out more about that, so on and so forth. So far, what I can see, I don't see anything, because they don't go by the Torah. The Torah is what the juice boxes goes by. So, but the Palestinians, they go by the Quran, right? So the Quran and the Torah, two different things, completely. I don't know. I'm learning. I didn't want to know about it. I know which one I like, and that's the Bible. And as it turns out, they've been hiding a bunch of the Bible from us, haven't they? Because now we found out about, what is the ones that you bought? No?
Book of Enoch.
Yeah,
Ethiopian Bible.
Ethiopian Bible, yeah. See, the Ethiopian Bible, that's the one that hasn't been mucked with or anything. And you can actually go to the Ethiopian Bible and turn it to certain scriptures and stuff like that. Some of them, I forget which one it is right now, but they actually took one out. And then you have to go to that one to actually find that passage that's in that Bible. But for right now, the main thing that I wanted to share today is the new drug that come out or whatever on fighting cancer and stuff, because there's so many people dealing with that, and so many people's not with us now, just like with COVID and stuff, right? So, but we're going to get ready and make us a phone call, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is the Austin Congressman Dave Taylor, Nico speaking. How may I help you?
Well, hello there, Mr. Nico.
Hi, Mr. Preston. How's it going?
Well, it's going better now. Once you find out where all the trouble is and stuff, you can, start zooming in on the targets and stuff a lot easier. So I appreciate that. I'm calling. I'm trying to find out what happened to my message.
It was certainly passed along to the congressman and staff for you. I haven't seen any letters go out to you as of recent. I can certainly re-up it for the congressman and the staff for you. If you'd be happy to, could I confirm your street address if you don't mind, sir? Can certainly re-up your message over to the congressman and the staff for you if you haven't received a letter already. Because when you did call, probably about a little while ago, we had a letter for you. Just want to make sure it went to the right place.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I want to know, because remember we had discussed whether or not that it actually made it to Dave Taylor or not. So we're trying to find out if he actually got the message from his boss, from We the People. That's why you guys are there. That's why you're there. Your whole reason, your whole purpose in life right now is to be doing what it is that you are doing right now. You're getting paid to do that. $70,000 a year, you're getting paid to do that.
Sir, and I can assure you, the message went taken down from my end, was passed along to the congressman and the staff for you, got to the congressman, got to Congress, got to the staff.
Oh, wait a minute. So you are confirming that it did get to Dave?
The message was passed along to the congressman for you, sir, yes.
Okay, and that it went to Congress, you just said?
It made its way to Congress by way of you calling into the office and me passing along to the congressman and staff for you, sir.
Okay, but how do I know that? How do I confirm that happened? How do I know that? Because There's nothing that's, other than you saying that he got the message and that it went to Congress. Well, that's not good enough for anybody. You know what I mean? Because I can send my order in to order a sandwich or something, but if the cook didn't get it, I ain't gonna get no sandwich. Make sense?
I'm certainly following what you're saying, sir, but I'm just here to tell you, sir, the message was taken down. It was passed along to the congressman and the staff. It made it to Congress by way of our phone call, and it was passed along. A response was formulated and sent back out to you, sir.
Okay, but how? So are you saying that the letter will confirm that it went to Congress?
If you'd like to take it as such, absolutely.
Well,
I would imagine so. As these messages come through us, they're passed along to the congressman and the staff. A response is formulated, usually by way of a letter, and then sent back out.
Well, I'll tell you, really, Nico, I would like to take it as such that I didn't have to live through the garbage of COVID-19. But guess what? I did. And I was the only one that survived coming out of the hospital from that. And I am living with long COVID, they want to call it. And I am damaged from not being protected from this rinky-dink so-called government. You understand that? So I'm asking again, and you know what? I allowed a week. Now, if you need me to talk to CK or AJ or whatever it is, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm not going to be made to feel like that you're ready to jump off just because you told me that there's a message or something that went to Congress. I'm asking for a verifiable proof, or that somebody would know that whenever you're given a message that it made it to where it's supposed to go, which is to Congress.
Sure, and I can tell you, sir, the message has gotten to Congress.
Okay, and who received it?
Sure. Again, sir, it gets logged in on our system. It's passed along to the congressman, the staff. A response is formulated and sent back out to you, sir.
Formulated. What does that mean, formulated?
Sure. And I'm a little concerned by unsure on what you mean by formulated. It just means, a response is written, created by the congressman and the staff, and sent back out to you, sir.
No, that's what you said. You said it was formulated. Those are your words. You just said that.
And sir, like I said, when these messages come in, passed along to the congressman, the staff, a response is created, written, and sent back out to the constituent by way of letter, email, and so on and so forth.
Okay, well, all right. Well, we're still not establishing a confirmed way of confirming that our message is actually getting to where it's supposed to. Because if I get a letter that says, oh yeah, well, your message got to wherever it's at, but I still get no sandwich, and what I mean by get no sandwich is I don't ever hear him address what I asked about to begin with. I don't ever see him on his channel, on our channel that we provide for him on Facebook or YouTube or anything else that says anything like what I sent. My message is not there, because all I see him doing is he's taking pictures with the Boy Scouts, which is questionable. But he's taking pictures with the Boy Scouts, and then he went someplace else, and he's taking all these pictures and stuff like that. And I'm afraid that he's stuck on the business of this broadband garbage, which nobody talks about. Nobody gives a damn about that. And you know what? If you speak of broadband, you know what they actually say? You can look this up. It's common knowledge. I mean, don't you have access to a computer? Tell him. Actually, all of this is a message for him. It's actually for Congress.
And I'm taking it down for you, sir.
Every bit of it. If you look on there, you know what it's full of? It's full of comments where people saying, "Hey, what about an open town meeting or town hall meeting?" Everybody wants to know when he's going to hold a town hall meeting. And to everybody I see or talk to, I say keep holding your breath, because that ain't happening. He won't even take a sit down with Cincinnati Gazette or whatever. But he'll run around and he's taking all these photo opportunities to take pictures and stuff like that. Now, my understanding is, Dave, that you have a heart condition. And we're praying for you on that. And we're going to let you know that if it's cancer that you're fighting or something, Dave, that President Putin just came out with a vaccine that is 100% effective for cancer. Every trial that they've had now on cancer, it is 100% effective. But do you know what they say when you get down to the bottom of the article and everything? So think about this. Russia now is the one that come out with. Now, forget that the United States of America has, how many billions of dollars have we put in to find this cure for the cancer, that they never wanted to find. Okay, but then of all people, is this mean guy Putin that is always bad somehow, that is the one that comes out with the cure for cancer, 100% effective. What's the name of that drug? How you spell it?
And it's ENTEROMIX.
Have you seen it, Nico? Yeah, I'm speaking of a cure for cancer, brother. It literally is 100% effective on every trial that they have used it on cancer-wise. It has worked. And at the bottom of it, we've got morons that says, but it has to go to peer review and all this stuff. It's got to go through clinical trials and everything before they can put it out here. Now, isn't that something? Isn't that something? They didn't do that with COVID-19. They just said, everybody's got to take that shot, and we'll give you a burger and fries, and if you don't do it, then we're going to cut off your wages and fire you on the spot. No more working. Your job's out of here. And all of this, I want it to go to Congress, but again, I don't know if there's a way. And that's what I'm trying to find the solution to this, because we the people, all of us, Noam, are you putting your hat in here?
Yes.
Okay, well, see, all of us want to know, how do we absolutely know that our messages are going? Because we know that they're not. They're not going, because we never ever hear Dave say, hey, James Preston lives in, the second district, of the Hunger Games or whatever, and since we're not going to be killing him this week, it's next week or whatever, and he wants this to be known, and he wants us all to walk out and go away, which is another thing. Speaking of that, why is it that everybody's still there? We've already learned that they're all pedophiles on the Epstein list, every one of them. Pam Bondi herself even said that it would collapse the system if all of the pedos in there, if they was prosecuted, the whole system would collapse. Think about that. The whole government would collapse. So we want Congress to make sure that they find sign the Full Disclosure Act, and not only sign it, but we want them also to promote it and get it out there. Now, of course, we the people know that this message will never ever reach Congress. We know this because it never has and it never will. You never can speak to a representative because, see, we the people know that we're being duped, because it's not representatives to we the people. They are representatives to the pedos. That's just a fact. And Pam Bondi herself even said it. Look it up. So there's too many things that's happening here. for us not to take control of what is ours and belongs to we the people. We're tired of this farce system that Congress has been kind of ruling over so far, and we the people have been letting them so far. Now, I've already fired yins, and I'm going to make it clear again. You are all fired as of 5 years ago. You was fired, and I'll fire you again right now. So as of whenever you get this message, you are fired. Pack up and get out. When you read that, where Pam Bondi says that everybody, you know, if everybody was convicted that was on Jeffrey Epstein's list, that the whole thing would collapse. Do you know what all of the responses to that is? And you can go look it up. Look it up, Congress. If you look it up, at all the people that's talking, they say, let it burn. Throw a match on it. We're done with it. We want it to burn. See, she said it was like a bad thing. She was like, well, if we convict them all, well, then, you know, the whole thing would collapse. You don't want that, do you? Well, yeah, we do. We're done with it. You guys are done. You guys are done. That's what the Full Disclosure Act is all about. What's his name? Stefan
Gladstone.
Gladstone. Stefan Gladstone. Look him up. It's the Full Disclosure Act. I want everyone of Congress, don't you know?
Yes.
We want everyone of Congress to look into that, support it, help it, get into it. While they're cleaning out their desk or whatever, or if they're not going to clean out their desk right away, you know, of course we know none of that's going to happen anyhow. Nico?
Yes.
What do you got now for my message?
Sure. Give me one moment. I'm just taking the last bit of this.
You do shorthand?
Nope. Yeah, but it's only with one hand. And I got the other one on the phone, sir. Sir, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting.
So you want to know what happened to our message? The message got to Congress, and how do we have you address what he wants us to in Congress? We're just taking photos of the Boy Scouts, not actual issues. We're too focused on broadband. All the comments that you've been seeing are showing that people are looking for town halls. You're talking about President Putin and the vaccine for cancer. The USA, which you said to us, is that it used, billions to find cure, but apparently Putin is bad. That you've got.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, what do you mean Putin's bad? I didn't say Putin was bad.
No. I mean it is in a way that you said that exact phrase, but you meant it in a tone to say that he isn't.
Right. Yeah.
No, I got that down.
Yeah. I don't believe Putin's bad. I think they're all in it together. I think that's what the Epstein list will show.
Okay. And then you say something about morons doing trials. That they didn't do that with COVID with trials. They just kind of allowed everyone to take a shot, is what you said. And then you're saying that everyone that you talk to wants to know how their messages get to Congress. And then you talked about the Epstein files, a lot of the system that you believe would collapse, or you said would collapse.
No,
you want us to sign the Full Disclosure Act.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
This message that you're conveying to us, sir, won't ever reach Congress. The people, what you said is that they know that they're being duped. There's too many things happening. What you then said to me was that we the people are not buying it, that we are all fired as of 5 years ago, that whenever we get this message, that we are fired, and then you want everyone in Congress to look into it and support it with regards to the Full Disclosure Act. And then you also said that you don't believe anything will happen with regards to it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're just like skimming over that or whatever, but if you're sending what you read back to me, that is not right. So,
sir, I'm just letting you know on what you said to me in an overarching fashion.
Well, no, you're not. No, you're really not. No, because you said things that I did not say. No, and Pam Bondi, I didn't hear you say anything about Pam Bondi. So do you have it in there about Pam Bondi?
If you don't mind, could you just re-up with me what exactly you mentioned with regards to her? And I do have to apologize about that, Mr. Preston.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here, let's establish something. How are you exactly taking my message? Are you writing?
Again, sir, as you say it, I am typing as fast and as much as I possibly can, sir.
All right. Well, you're not keeping up, and you're welcome to slow me down and say, "Hold on, just a minute. Can you repeat that?" I'll be glad to do that for you, Nico. We're buddies, ain't we?
Absolutely, sir. And so what did you mention with regards to Pam Bondi? I do have to once again apologize about that, sir.
Well, we're going to have to go back because there's a lot of things like that you read off there that's completely, that was like wrong. Pam Bondi said, and you can look it up, that she said that if all the people on Epstein's list that went to the island and so on and so forth, and that they got stuff on, if we was to prosecute all of them, that the entire government would collapse. And if you read the comments where she had made that statement, you can see what we the people are saying, which is throw a match on it, let it burn. Because none of government is understanding. Nobody, and I'm talking about the mail carriers, I'm talking about the policemen, the law enforcement, the governors, the mayors, all of them are pedophiles, and we know it because Pam Bondi even said that if they was all taken out, it would collapse. So since we know that they're all pedos and stuff, and that they're into these secret societies, so on and so forth, but if you read the comments, it says everybody is saying the same thing. It's not just a few. I mean, you don't even come across a couple saying, oh, no, we don't want that to happen. No. And you know what? When you're talking about comments in the thousands, it's not just a couple hundred here or there or something. I mean, it's in the thousands where they're like, throw a match to it, let it burn. In other words, prosecute them. Prosecute them, because what was it that Trump said? Nobody is above the law. So, by golly.
And he doesn't care. Start a war just to cover it up and not let the Epstein files loose.
So I'll give you a minute and you can read that back now and see if we got that. What time's lunch, Nico?
It's coming up shortly, sir, but I'm not honestly too sure.
We'll see if we get you to lunch. We wouldn't want you to miss your lunch. Probably having steak, ain't you? Lobster?
No, I do have to be honest with you, sir. Absolutely not.
Well, I was going to say it's probably printed up by our buddy Bill Gates there,
No, they got their own private catering system that they use for all government offices.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. You can look it up. It shows their menu and everything.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
You guys got catered service?
Your specialized catering services from your special restaurants that, do your meals and everything. Yeah, it's on the website. You can actually pull up the menus that they serve you guys each day that you get to choose from. See?
Wait, you're...
not that there's no specialized catering. It's just a lunchroom like any other, sir.
A lunchroom like any other.
That has specialized catering. You can look it up online. It even gives the company's name.
All right, well, here's the thing. That's like so far down the ladder of many, many things, but if you wouldn't mind, just tell me what you got down there for me, Nico, so we can get you to your lunch.
Oh, yeah. No, I suppose so. Every day it's a variety of, I suppose they do, there's one section that does, there's a wrap section, a subsection, they give chicken tenders, and they have a cheeseburger, salad, pizza, and you just get to go down there and choose as you like.
So it ain't McDonald's where they serve you human meat, right?
Again, sir, I'm not really above board on the food that's in there. I would imagine it. I'm really not sure.
Is it?
I would imagine it's not.
Okay,
again,
well,
sir,
I don't know if
when
you
you're
heard.
down there, you kind of just pick as you'd like. Between chicken tenders, you have salad. It depends. Pasta. Things of the like.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard me or not, but we can move past that. If you just read me back the
Yeah.
Pam Bondi, so we can get you to your chicken nugget cheeseburger there.
Okay. I got. So Pam Bondi. You said you mentioned about Epstein's list. If they prosecute, the system would kind of falter. We the people, you want to throw a match on it and let it burn. You talked about how all of government,
Nico,
staff, and that everyone is saying the same thing about how you need to
he's
prosecute.
good, isn't
Trump
He's
mentioned that no one is above the law. You want us to, you want Trump to stop protecting, the Epstein files and all that. And then you started beginning
I never
to
said
speak
that.
about the catered service and the lunchroom here on Capitol Hill.
No, I never said that. Nothing about Trump protecting the Epstein files. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I'm sorry. I could have sworn that you did.
No.
I have to apologize.
Yeah, no, it's recorded here. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I have to apologize. I thought I heard you say it.
No, you heard me say that Trump made a comment that he didn't care if they started a war, that he wanted the files not to be released.
Gotcha. And I do have to apologize with regards to that guy.
Well,
That's not me.
but we're missing what I did say, which is that Pam Bondi is the one that said that the government would collapse if they was to prosecute the ones that's on the Epstein list. That's what Pam Bondi said. Okay, she said that. And the comments, the people from the comments of that article that was put out where she said that, all of the people, if that's read, you can see what clearly we the people are saying, which is throw a match on it, let it burn, prosecute them to no end, even if it means the government shuts down, even if it means we don't have a country. Everybody is saying the same thing. Let it burn. Let it burn. We're done with all of yous. All of yous talk to we the people like we're in your way, or that we're a problem to you or something. And just like right now, Nico, I have no illusions that you like me in any way, shape, or form. I know you don't. And that's fine with me, because we the people cannot stand anybody that's in the damn government, because Pam Bondi said all of yous are on the damn Epstein file. And all of yous need to be prosecuted. Every one of yous. The mail carrier, every one of yous. We the people are the ones that rule. We will rule, or it won't be. And here's a message that I'm going to give you. I don't know if you can get this one right or not. See, do the best you can here. It's not going to make a damn difference anyway, because the only thing that's going to ever go out is what I put out on my channel right here. But they have this, what is that, HR, whatever, let me pull this up.
That is,
Where they're trying to go against, if you're a Christian and stuff like that, that you can be arrested and all this stuff because you say something
HR 1102 or something
against
like that.
the juice boxes and stuff like that. Well, I'm here to tell you, if there's anti-Semitism, right here, you can call me anti-Semitism to the max. Because if you look up what those dudes stand for, they, plain as day, by their own Torah that they live by, hate everybody else. And the only reason that you and I exist to the juicy boxes there is because to serve them. That's what their Torah says. But yet, if we say anything about them or whatever, then we're bad, and that they want to come after us for saying anything because we're anti-Semitisms or whatever. Well, I am. And I'm saying it loud, and I'm saying it proud too. Come and get me. Come and get me. Because even if that damn law or whatever was to ever happen to go through, which we know the only reason why that it would go through, because we know that it's being run by a bunch of pedophiles and not by people that represent we the people.
It's the anti-Semitism bill.
It's an anti-Semitism bill. And what is the number of it? Is it HR or something?
There's 5 different ones. Hang on. They actually have 5 different ones because it's one for colleges.
Just read them off there. Anyway, we want no kind of bill, and anybody working on a bill like that is against the Constitution, which is the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech.
The HR 6090/S.558.
Yeah, that's garbage. And if we know, but okay, just for shits and giggles here, Dave Taylor, we don't want that to even be a thing at all, and you should be prosecuting anybody that's in the government, period, including yourself. But we the people are not going to stand for any of this that comes against our freedom of speech, the First Amendment. Because it literally is the half-breeds that's looking at full-blooded thoroughbreds and then saying that there's a problem with them, when really they should be looking in the mirror. And every one of them has taken oaths, all of them, that they are to protect against foreign and domestic, and they haven't done that. COVID-19, they most certainly didn't protect us. The president, the number one representative of we the people, Trump, did not protect us in no way. Right on down the line, none of them did. And they all, Arnold Schwarzenegger and all of them, even said, screw your freedom. Get a shot. Go get a shot and everything. Now look at all the people that's gone now because of that. We haven't been protected. This is a sham of government, and they're all getting ready to fall anyway. So get your boxes and clear out.
Going with that, you wanted to talk about Netanyahu running America and why Larry Ellison is the new owner of TikTok.
Yeah, Larry Ellison also. Why is that juicy box owning of TikTok? Who decided that stuff? It's quite clear that we don't have a president that's running anything. He's not running shit, because if Yahoo can say from Israel that he's not the main, they're not the main power yet. That's what he says. He says they're not the main power yet, but they could be in the near future or whatever. So, anyway, I think you got enough there, Nico.
Yep, I've certainly got that down for you, Mr. Preston. I can absolutely pass it along for you, sir.
Can you tell me when I can call back and find a way to verify that a message, like how we can find out that the message actually got? Just say yes or no. I mean, if it's no, just say no and prove my
point. I don't
point.
think it is a yes or no question, sir.
Well, it is, but it is.
I can assure you I will be passing this along to the congressman and the staff for you.
But it is a yes.
When you'd like to call back, you can call back at any time. During business hours, absolutely, and I'd be happy to take down your message for you, sir.
Yeah, is AJ around there?
I don't see him right now.
Why don't you say?
But I can certainly pass the message along to him if you like.
Yeah, see if you can find him for me. I'll wait.
Okay, give me 1 moment.
Be right back.
Mr. Preston?
Yeah, I'm here.
I do have to apologize, not here at the current moment, but do you have a message you'd like me to pass along to him for you?
Well, I'll call back and I'll catch him in there. I'll catch you, man. It's neither here or there anyway, because, I mean, Nico, you're proving my point that we, the people, already know that our message never goes to Congress. It never goes. It never gets there, which is the very reason why you guys are in there. You all of yous are getting paid, and really, there's no way of talking to any of the representative of the pedo squad because it never happens. You'll never ever talk to a people's representative. They don't exist. So I appreciate you helping me to establish that.
Well, Mr. President, I certainly want to thank you for calling in today, and I'm absolutely happy to pass your message along to the Congressman for you, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
There you go. And there that is proof positive of what I'm telling you. That it's all fake. It's a fugazi. It's fake. All fake. He didn't take down no message a bit more than nothing. Everything that he said was just complete bullshit. What is it?
He couldn't even, properly and correctly read back anything that you said.
No, it's right here. I mean, you guys will be able to see that and listen to it your own self or whatever. It's a waste of time. So, what the message is right here, and this is what I wanted to finalize, it does no good. If you're thinking that you are going and you're voting for a representative, think about that. You went and voted for Dave Taylor. I did. I voted for him. I thought, well, he's got a business and, he's got money and so on, the American dream, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, but I'll tell you what, he grabbed a hold of the American dream, didn't he? And then he choked the piss out of it. He strangled the piss out of it. And he's got that piggy bank, just us, wringing it by its neck. So, actually, if you look at his bank account, like what he started off with and what he's worth now, check that out on your own or whatever. Just look up Dave Taylor's worth or what have you. They don't like it. But why is that? Does that make any sense? Like, if you tell somebody, hey, you're making $70,000, just to take a message and to do what? To make sure that somebody in a room somewhere, you just hand them that message or whatever. I mean, really? You're getting paid that much money? And then you're going to talk to we the people and treat them like that. You heard how they do or whatever. You can tell we're just in their way. They don't give two shits about us. But guess what? We don't give two shits about pedos neither, do we? And that's exactly what they are. What was the other things that I was going to talk to them about? I didn't get to it because there's really no point. I mean, when somebody can't even repeat, one damn thing back correctly. Well, you said there was something about this. You said there was something about that. Or, he didn't care.
You were going to talk about proceedings no longer being private and not being allowed to record in court proceedings, public meetings.
Yeah,
or any kind of.
Yeah, I've been like watching so much stuff that's going on in our country and in the world. Australia is going through it and so on and so forth. But I watched so many of these videos and stuff, and I watched this one where our own military, I might try to shoot it on there or whatever. I was working on it, and then as I was actually, adding, some stuff in on it or whatever, it just kind of disappeared on me. It rebooted or whatever, and I lost all my. But they are screaming about what's going on over in Gaza. And this girl that's in the military, I mean, she's some kind of an officer in, I don't know if it was Army or I don't know what branch of service that she was in, but it's her and another officer, and I don't know his rank or whatever. I'm not sure about that, and really the main thing that I'm focused on is like they're in the military and they are clearly screaming that there's a genocide happening in Gaza. And they are at this meeting and and they are interrupting the meeting. Thank goodness that they did and that they are. And they're trying to tell we the people to wake up. And matter of fact, that's what she's yelling and stuff. Wake up. Now is the time to wake up. And if you're not awake by now, heaven help, because there ain't no getting you awake. If you're not awake by now, there is so much garbage going on. And I spend most of my time anymore of actually on other people's channels and stuff, responding to what they're coming out with and stuff, because there's a lot of really good information and stuff out there. Like what's his name? How do you say his name? Irene Carroll.
I think so. That's how I pronounce it.
It's kind of a different name, whatever, but he's really good buddies with Candace Owens. And anyway, if you watch any of his stuff, it's pretty good. So I get on there and I read the comments and stuff, and then I've been trying to share a whole lot of. I'm going to show you a picture here of just a little bit of their the juice boxes, nasty Yahoo or whatever. What is that?
I think this is one of the videos that you were talking about where this military guy stands up and he's saying that the situation in Gaza is genocide, and then they arrest him and they pull him out, and it's intelligence committees. I don't know if that's the same.
Hold on to that, and we'll look at that later. But for right now, pull up that one of the Talmud that I wanted to show, the one that I sent you.
Yes.
And we'll show them, because this ain't me saying it just to be saying it. I mean, I have a real show them. No, shrink it down for the whole the show them the whole thing. And then, just put it in front of there. Now, can you see it good? All right, we'll leave that up there. While you're looking at that, you can screenshot it or whatever, or you can go look it up. I mean, it's all over the place. But if you bother to now zoom in on and make one side bigger there and stuff, but especially the part where it says that we absolutely positively are not even equal to animals,
That's what I'm showing them now.
Yeah. And read it for yourselves what it says. But the one that absolutely grinds me plumb to the bone is where they say that Yeshua, Jesus, is in hell burning in excrement.
Which, if you look at what I'm showing you on the screen, that is the very first one that is being shown right there. The very top.
It's crazy. I mean, these... Okay, being a Christian, we say, hey, okay, go do your thing, leave us alone, do whatever you're doing, as long as it's not affecting us, freedom of religion, all that stuff, go do your thing. we're each responsible for our own salvations and stuff. I cannot stand LGBTQ and all them other TWZs, whatever letters
I'm right there with you.
that they're running with or whatever. And all of this, unaliven the unborn and my body, my choice and all that stuff is a bunch of garbage. I mean, I have no sympathy whatsoever for demons, because if you're anybody that was, and I'm not saying you guys, but you know the ones that we're talking about, it's just, you want to say that they're mental, but they're not really mental, that they're demons. And you can't ask a demon to have empathy or sympathy. They don't have it. It's not going to happen. And you know the worst kind of demons that there ever was? It's not the ones that's ugly as all get out, like a lot of them that I know from the plains and stuff. There's just hideous looking. Those are the ones that you just absolutely know are bad. But then when you have somebody like Beyonce or what Taylor Swift, and they come out and they're pretty, everybody wants them to like them for whatever reason, it's because they're pretty, right? But if you would see what they are doing, and how many of you out there have actually seen the Epstein files or anything that's on there? Put it in the comments if you've seen it. Like, share, and subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being on, hanging in there with me, and so on and so forth. A lot of times I'm not at a loss for words, but I got to tell you, when you see, it's one thing to hear about this stuff, but then when you actually see these things with your own eyes, and speaking of that, the laptop, Anthony Weiner's laptop, or whoever that was, ain't that his name? They had 12 agents that had looked at the stuff that was going on the Epstein list or whatever, and this has been a while back now, right, when they first started coming out. But I guess just off of seeing that, what they seen, was it 9 out of the 12, committed suicide?
Yeah.
There's either one that ain't what happened and they was offed, or they actually did see it and they did do that, But either way, there's something there, right? And, that's kind of an understatement, especially whenever you look and see what some of the stuff is. It's so sick. Even the picture that I put up and let you guys see from the Talmud there, if you go back and screenshot that and you pull up that middle picture there, that's is it Moloch?
Mm-hmm.
If you pull up that picture, that's Moloch right there in the center. And that's the one where they build a fire and everything, and then they open up the front of it, and then they throw babies in there, And I have been watching other videos, and it actually is showing these really young children who are talking about what they have seen and what they have went through and what they've been asked to do. And it is mind-blowing. Absolutely devastating. It literally, physically makes me sick to my stomach. And it's horrific stuff. There's a video out there that's called Frazzle Drip. I don't know if any of you have seen that or whatever. If you have seen it or whatever, throw me in the comments there and tell me if you've seen it or not. I won't watch it. I was told not to watch it, and I'm glad that I didn't, because right now, just in the past couple weeks, I've actually seen some videos that I wish that I hadn't seen. But at the same time, I tell myself, like, why I'm on here with you guys right now and why I'm even doing this show is because we owe that to them. I mean, have you seen the shipping containers that they're saying that they're being shipped around in and stuff? They're talking about like breeders and stuff, like they're animals or something, you know? Like, they have people that don't even have social security numbers or anything, that their whole life has just been in captivity on Epstein Island there, and so on and so forth. Speaking of that, Ghislaine Maxwell had a boyfriend other than Jeffrey. And he was, I can't think of his name right now, but it was a Gateway Computers guy or whatever. He was the one that built Gateway Computers and built it into a $1 billion company or whatever, so on and so forth. Well, he buys a yacht. And I'm talking like big money yacht, you know, big money. Had the helicopter pad on it, helo pad, and it even had a great big old space in the bottom of this yacht that was for a submarine. Now, why did they have the submarine and all this stuff, right? They got a bunch of money? Okay. All right. They can afford it, right? Okay. Now, at the same time that they bought this big yacht that can accommodate a submarine in the belly of it, Ghislaine was getting her yacht license to run the boat. She was getting, submarine, whatever, learning how to run that and so on and so forth. But as soon as they bought that, they also set up some kind of a non-profit charity, which is where all this money gets funneled through and stuff. And I can't remember the name of the charity. But the interesting thing is, the very time when Jeffrey Epstein got busted and put in prison, all of a sudden that charity, the phone lines and everything just went blank. They shut it down, like instantly. Now, if it's a charity, now why in the world would it just shut down like that? And it turns out that the submarine in the belly of this yacht and stuff that they was using, the reason why they did that, they actually found on Epstein Island a place where it could accommodate a submarine landing. Now, you got to have a log for people on a boat and so on and so forth, but not for a submarine. So that's how they was taking people in and out. And you could say allegedly and all that stuff. Allegedly our ass, right? We know better. There's too much stuff there. These sick ass pictures. I'm gonna tell you something. There's a picture that I absolutely, I'll probably put it on the channel because we owe that to the victims and stuff like that. But man, I'm telling you right now, they're horrific. And I'll put a couple of the pictures on there here in a little bit, but it's bad. So prepare yourself if you if you're gonna look, just kind of be fair warned that they are, pretty graphic, nasty. Not nasty. They're demonic. Absolutely demonic. I start talking about this stuff, and it overwhelms you. It absolutely just overwhelms you. And then what are we supposed to do? Because we do not have any representation at all. We don't have anybody representing us. None. As you seen by the phone call, again, I wanted to finish that up or whatever. It's a waste of time calling them. I don't even know if I'll even call back in or whatever, because it's just a waste of time. What we need to do is we need to appoint people from we the people. We need to appoint people like Casey, the car guy, who's up north Ohio there some place. But he's the one that's actually running against old, what's the name of the guy that's running for governor of Ohio?
Cash Patel was, but I think he
No.
got out.
Oh, what is his name? No, he's the dipstick that he bought that drug that was no good. They knew it was no good. Then they boasted it up and hyped it up like they was going to do something with that drug. Everybody invested in it, and then as soon as they invested all their money and stuff in it, they drove up the
Vivek
price.
Ramaswamy.
Yeah, old Vivek Ramaswamy there. What a dipshit, man! Don't vote for that dude, man. Here's the thing: that voting garbage is garbage anyway. Right wing, left wing, red, blue. It's all for naught. They're going to put in whoever they. Well, I don't want to say it. I don't want them to go back in. There's people that's talking now about, there's no more. How is that? There's no more priests after, or not priests, but the.
Popes.
Yeah, the popes. There's no more listed after the one that's in there now, and then something about Trump or whatever. There's no more presidents that's listed or something like that after Trump's term and so on. But look, the Bible tells us, I don't know how many times it says, be not afraid. So there's no need of being afraid. But I'm going to point out something. Everybody, is really quick to say that it's the end of times and this is this and this is that. Well, we don't know that. I mean, Yeshua even said that, only the Father knows when the end of time is. And time don't even exist, to the Lord, right? So, but, that reminds me about something. Has any of you seen where Donald Trump says that we're going to rededicate America to God? When is that? March?
Supposed to be in April.
No, it's March something. Look it up. Trump rededicates America when? I think it's like March 17th or something like that. Anyway, but just the mere fact that he's doing that, but who's to say what Lord that they're talking about, right, when it comes to them? Now, we know that there's only one true Lord, but, sleight of hand and sneaky words and everything else, just like did anybody watch the Super Bowl? I didn't even watch it. Everybody's talking about the scared bunny or Black Bunny or what's his name? What do they call him?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Okay, yeah, old Mud Bunny there, whatever. Oh, and also here's something about that. Now, my understanding from watching somebody else tell about. It was Pierce. No, not Pierce Morgan. They said that they translated what he was saying in Spanish or something, and the translation is so vulgar what he was saying in Spanish or whatever, that it's no need to even repeat it on here. It's just vulgar garbage like the rest of it is. So, and I don't know if any of you know this little tidbit or not, but somebody actually sued the NFL and because they said that the game was rigged or something like that. And you know what their defense was? The NFL, they said that they was under no obligation to supply. There was no promise of an actual game, that it was just entertainment. Yep. And then whenever you see these players and everything reading their scripts, and the players are actually coming out and telling you, and they say that they're going to, their ACL is going to be tore in the second season. And they said that they wasn't even going in to actually practice football, but just to practice their scripts. What? Yeah, nah. And so most people is just kind of lining it up for like with wrestling or something, physical sport, yes, but total put on. They already know who's going to win, so on and so forth. Magnets in the football. Anybody seen that? Football gate or something. Tom Brady. Anyway, it's all a big show. And for right now, though, I want to remind you to go and look up that drug that Putin's talking about for the cancer and stuff. Now, it may be one of those things where it's like, look over here. Let's get your attention over here so that we can do this over here. Just like with that that bill or whatever that I'm telling you about, where they're saying that you're not allowed to talk about Israel and all that stuff. You're not allowed to be a anti-Semite or whatever, But I definitely am. I'm an anti-Semitism. Absolutely, that's me. Actually put me up to the first of that list there. Come and get me. Because I know what they stand for. I know about their stupid little star and all that stuff that they have. And when you read the way that they feel about you and your kids and stuff, all of your family, only a dipshit would say that they want anything good for them. You cannot, don't waste your time on demons, like with your prayers and stuff. It's a waste. There's some people are just already predestined for hell. They're reprobated. They're predestined to go to hell. As a matter of fact, if you read what the Bible actually says, what Yeshua actually says, what is that? Tribulations or what is it? It's 2:9. I know, but I can't remember where it's at right now. But he actually tells about that, and he's talking about the juice boxes there right from the get-go. And he said, but he knows that they'll use going through tribulations and, not having money, so on and so forth. But he knows that they're rich. Anyway, go read it for yourself. I don't want to say what it actually says. But it's unbelievable that somebody hates somebody else that much like that for no reason other than what they read or whatever. It's really mind-blowing. And most people won't get it until after they're locked up or they're pushed out of their comfort zone or something like that. But it's going to happen because if you're not paying attention, you better watch what old Netanyahu's doing over there in Israeli land there. I'm telling you, he's
Well, remember where you read that China and Europe and other countries put out the arrest warrant for him?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's other countries that actually have him brought up on what was it, crimes against humanity and
crimes against humanity, war crimes,
and everything else. And how many countries have booted them out? So, are we going to tolerate? Because here's the thing: we don't have any room to spare. Because here's what we did: we allowed for that Joe Biden, whether he was a clone, whether he was not a clone, it doesn't make any difference. We still allowed, whether he was a robot, it doesn't make any difference. We allowed for him to say, "Yep, the borders are open. Come on in to our country, right here." And now we'll never recover from that. I mean, they're never going to get them all. And it was always create a problem and a solution at the same time. Think about that. That's what they did. But we don't have, there's no room. If you let if Israeli, and see, here's the thing, they're already in. Do you know what Israel does? Do you know what their big main thing is that they do? Spying. Isn't that something? Their big thing is spying. Just like, what was that ship? Our own ship that they attacked. I'm telling you right now. What was the name of that? No, you remember? It was. It's one of them things. It's mind-numbingly stupid.
USS Liberty.
Yeah, USS Liberty. Man, those poor guys, man. Wow. And you talk about brave. They still stood up and they still said what happened or whatever. And the president at the time, I can't remember who that was. Oh, that was, I think I'm Not a Crook. Anyway, he said, "I don't give a damn if they are under attack. They're not to say anything about it. When they get back, they're to shut up about it and or whatever."
It's Johnson.
Yeah, Lyndon Johnson is who it was. Oh, it wasn't, I'm Not a Crook.
Mm-mm.
Okay, anyway. But the Israelis attacked is USS Liberty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they knew who they were, but then after it was all done, I mean, look that up on your own. It goes on and on and on. And I'm not going to. It sickens me to even think about that. But I watch this stuff and I look at it and then I think, wow, I wonder how many people actually know about that, you know? And then you start talking to somebody about it, out in public or something like that, and they're like, "No, I never knew nothing about that." So, anyhow, and then you find out that whenever you go to court, also that they speak a whole different language that nobody ever knows about. There's a whole new, it's not a new, but there's a whole different language being spoken. It's not English. It's not what you and I are used to. They have what's called legalese that they speak. Look that up, legalese. And it's all a setup just to confuse everybody. And you think whenever you're walking in there that it's just, oh, well, I got a ticket, for going 5 miles over the speed limit or no seatbelt or whatever when you go in there, and you're like, oh, it'll all be fine. Man, I tell you what, that's a trip and a half. But the USS Liberty, those guys were attacked by Israel. They knew what they was doing, and I'll tell you what was happening. The USS Liberty they actually had listening devices and stuff like that. Well, they was creeping up on Israel there or getting too close, And so they said, hey, we need to take them out, even though we're supposed to be allies, see? And so they attacked them. So, anyway, it's just like 9/11. That's a big, inside job there, is what I honestly know and believe, and nobody will ever tell me anything different, because there's so many things that I've watched and discovered about this. No change in my mind. I know 100% it's a fact. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know I didn't. Talking to somebody who can't even repeat back to you what you tell them to. Anyway, the whole thing. This is also sickening. It absolutely is. This is sickening. All of it. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Peace out.